Hello folks. I was reading a post this morning about aggressive dogs and it was about techniques and methods and how to handle them. I've read many posts and many articles on handling so-called aggressive dogs, but what very few of them, if any of them, mention, what I've learned for what it's worth in 15 years of professional dog behaviour and growing up with working dogs since I was 10 years old, I really know dogs quite intimately, and what I've learned about no one really addresses the mental approach that we must take when we're handling expressive dogs that may express themselves in one way or another, whether it's aggressively or in a highly aroused way or anything like that. It takes time to adopt an attitude where or a behaviour where the dog is only one to react. So we have to be very careful that we don't react if we have a reactive dog. And it's important to have a plan. And it's important, while method and technique are important, absolutely, we have to know what we're doing. But what is equally as important is that we are able to stay calm under pressure, that we have deep levels of self-awareness of what we say and what we do, with our posture, with the way we handle equipment, with what we do with the dog, and also that we have a plan where we deliver very clear communication to the dog. If we're trying to teach the dog to do something new, whether it's in front of another dog or another person or just whatever the source is that triggers the dog to react that way, we really need to be a role model there for that dog. And that takes practice. That takes practice, and it takes planning. It takes a lot of practice without your dog. Just knowing how you're going to respond, knowing how you respond naturally. And that's why it's good to go out with a friend and perhaps have them film you when you're with your dog, so that you can see if there's any bad habits that you might want to adjust and change, and also the implementation of new habits. I always say there's a huge difference in knowing a skill and being able to apply it under pressure. Pressure changes everything, absolutely everything, and often pressure can make everything that you're prepared to do go out the window. So adjusting yourself and training yourself to have the right mental approach is absolutely imperative when you're dealing with dogs that respond heavily in some areas. That's really, really important. And a large part of my game when I work with owners is getting them to adopt a new mental approach. That's the most difficult part for owners to learn. Yes, they can learn a technique well. They can learn a method well. And they can even practice it and do it well before they take it out in the road, so to speak. But when the pressure comes, it changes everything. And the difference between a good trainer and someone else who's trying to apply a technique is that they can emotionally detach themselves and concentrate and focus on the job that has to be done. And that takes a lot of practice. When I say emotionally detach yourselves, I don't mean in a cold or a detached way like that. What I mean is detach yourselves from any negative emotions that might influence the situation in a bad way, i.e. getting stressed, watching your breathing, saying stuff that you don't need to do, how you use the equipment, how your body responds, tightening up. All that tension all contributes to something. What the dog needs is a good, calm role model, and when it has that good, calm role model, it's more likely to take guidance and direction from you. As long as that communication is clear, as long as it's well rehearsed and practiced, that's your ultimate aim. Thank you.